Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. In each episode, we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. On this episode, we're going back to an 80s classic as we take a look at Big, starring Tom Hanks. And stay tuned for a bonus story as we take a quick glimpse at the Times Square Disney store located in New York City. And if you are enjoying these videos, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified with each new episode. Now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, today we are covering Big. This movie was released on June 3rd, 1988. It was directed by Penny Marshall. It was written by Gary Ross and Anne Spielberg. The production companies were Gracie Films, and it was distributed by 20th Century Fox. The budget for this movie was $18 million, and it did a box office return of $151.7 million. But let's take a look at the backstory. So the film has been inspired by Italian film De Grande in 1987. This is the loosely inspiration behind the film. Screenwriters Gary Ross and Anne Spielberg would develop the story actually in 1 hour. And after the script was completed, they would sell the script to James L. Brooks and 20th Century Fox. Anne's brother Steven Spielberg was slated to direct the film. However, he had to withdraw when his son Max was born, and as well, he said he didn't want to overshadow his sister. In terms of potential casting news, Kevin Costner, Harrison Ford, Steve Guttenberg, Dennis Quaid, and Matthew Modine were all considered to play the role of Josh. John Travolta actually asked to be considered for the role of Josh, but the studio declined because at that time, John Travolta was known as box office poison. Robert De Niro actually was cast as the role of Josh. However, he had to withdraw because of scheduling conflicts. So in terms of the cast we did get, so Tom Hanks is Josh Brolin. David Moscow plays young Josh Baskin. Elizabeth Perkins plays Susan Lawrence. Robert Loggia plays Mr. McMillan. John Hurd plays Paul Davenport. Jared Rustin plays Billy Francis Kopecki. And John Lovitz as Scotty Brennan. In terms of the plot, Josh Baskin would do anything to be big to hang out with his crush Cynthia at the carnival. During this carnival, he finds a Zoltar machine and he wishes to be big. After Zoltar says that his wish is granted, he notices that the machine is unplugged. He wakes up the next morning in an adult's body, but he still has the same personality. With the help of his best friend, Billy, he learns how to act like an adult, but as he gets his girlfriend and a fun job at the McMillan toy store, he doesn't want to be a kid anymore. Will Josh stay big forever, or will he return to become a 13-year-old boy once again? So this movie has an interesting legacy. It is known essentially as an 80s classic. I think everybody on this planet has seen this movie. The film was actually nominated for 2 Academy Awards, one for Tom Hanks as Best Actor and one for Best Original Screenplay. In 2004, the film was actually remade in India with the title called New. In 1996, the film was actually adapted into a Broadway musical, and it featured the music of David Shrine and lyrics by Richard Matabey Jr. There was a sitcom pilot actually produced based on the film in 1990, which starred Bruce Norris as Josh. However, it was not picked up as a series. On September 30th, 2014, it was actually announced that a TV remake was being developed based on the film. Nothing as of the progress of this has been announced since this recording. So would I recommend this movie? This movie is one of those go-to movies that I think everybody has seen. It's one that makes you feel good with a great story. Great performances by Tom Hanks and Elizabeth Perkins. Again, they're the real standouts. This is one that I often go to visiting. It's just one of those movies that makes you feel like a kid again, and it makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. So definitely one I recommend. There's a lot for the whole family. There's jokes for adults. There's jokes for kids. If you have not seen this, I definitely do recommend it. It's one of those great acquisitions that Disney Plus got because of the Fox merger. So let's move on to our bonus story as we take a quick glimpse at the Disney store in Times Square. So this is the Disney flagship store located in Times Square. It has 2 floors of merchandise with a unique decor, and it is actually open until 1 a.m. In addition to the Disney Store merchandise, the store also sells the unique Disney New York themed merchandise as well. And this ranges from actually Disney Store New York merchandise as well as like Disney on Broadway merchandise as well. The store hosts unique events from time to time and set up exclusive displays relating to Disney film, TV, and Broadway shows. Some of the interesting displays actually include the tangled lanterns hanging over the escalator to the 2nd floor, as well as the Disney Theater video jukebox where guests can queue up their favorite clips. So I've never been there myself. It is one that I definitely want to go to eventually when I go and visit New York. So I've heard great things about it. So just a quick glimpse there, kind of a short little preview there. So thank you so much for joining us here on another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. I would love for anyone to please leave a comment below on what they think of Big, as well as if you've ever been to the Disney store in Times Square. I would love to hear your favorite memory or kind of your impressions of the store. So as we look forward to our next episode, we are going to be taking a look at we're going back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe actually, as we take a look at Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.